The Comtesse de Mascaret came down the steps just as her husband, who was coming home, appeared in the carriage entrance. He stopped for a few moments to look at his wife and turned rather pale. The Countess was very beautiful, graceful, and distinguished looking, with her long oval face, her complexion like yellow ivory, her large grey eyes, and her black hair. And she got into the carriage without looking at him, without even seeming to have noticed him, with such a particularly highbred air, that the furious jealousy by which he had been devoured for so long again gnawed at his heart. So Comtesse simply means the wife of a count or an earl, and a count is a rich, powerful person in a country. Usually he owned a lot of land. We also call him a baron. This is an old idea. Counts and earls and lords and barons existed as part of feudalism. So please remember, a countess is a rich woman, more accurately the wife of a rich and powerful man. Coming home means returning to house, but we have to be a bit careful here. We never say coming to home. I have given 3 examples. The first one is I am home alone. Don't say I am at home alone or I am in home alone. Plainly, I am home alone. Similarly, she wants to go home. We don't say she wants to go to home. Just say she wants to go home. Third example is, will you be home day after tomorrow? We don't say will you be at home day after tomorrow. That is unnecessary. Just say will you be home day after tomorrow. In other words, usually we do not use any preposition, words like in, at, on, before the word home. Turn pale means you lose the color from your face because you are so scared, you are diffident or nervous. So it is a process of losing color from your face because of fear, diffidence or nervousness. Actually, another interpretation is possible here. We will come to that later. Please note the expression pale into significance. That means you lose your importance because of someone else. Just imagine you are a powerful, you are a popular singer, and you have been in the field for a long time. But suddenly a group of new singers pops up, as a result of which you lose your importance, you pale into insignificance. Rather, in this context means to a certain extent, partially, a bit or somewhat. Rather is a widely used word, and we will examine a few examples in the next slide. Read these sentences. One is, I would rather go home. What does it mean? I would prefer go home. I don't want to remain here. I would love to go home. I would prefer to go home. So here rather means love, prefer, etc. Next one also means somewhat the same idea. I would rather not talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. So you are sure to come across the word rather quite frequently in the days to come, and depending on the context, the meaning of this word drastically changes. This is a novel, and the author describes the face of the Comtesse de Mascaret as oval. Don't take it literally. The point is she had a well-shaped, round face. Complexion means color of your skin, especially the color of your face. So we talk about persons with fair complexion, dark complexion, and wheatish complexion. Whenever you want to describe a person who resembles most movie stars, don't use the word white. You have to say fair, because white is a color, and in the context of social sciences and humanities, it means an ethnic group. For example, most Americans are white. Most Africans are black. So instead of white and black, try to use fair and dark. Just remember the famous product Fair and Lovely. Of course, they have changed their name into something else. I hope you are aware of that, because there were many complaints and allegations that fair denoted racial associations. This is a picture of ivory. And what is ivory? Ivory is a tusk of a male elephant. In the case of other animals, we use the word horn, H-O-R-N. We talk about the horns of a cow or a buffalo or a bison. But when it comes to the elephant, the word is tusk. And in India, only male elephants have tusks, and we call them tuskers. Well, this is a brunette. Brunette is usually a woman with very dark or black hair. In the story, the Comtesse is described as having black hair, so she is a brunette. And what do you call a woman with yellow or golden color? Blonde. This is the picture of blonde hair. Highbred heir. Highbred means of superior birth or family, very refined and cultured, sophisticated. Here, the woman is described as highbred. That means she appeared to be cultured and sophisticated. When you are born into a rich, powerful and privileged family, you are very likely to receive a lot of advantages like quality, education, and many other advantages. In fact, the net result of these advantages is that you are very likely to develop a certain way of walking and talking and interacting with others. Your body language changes, your appearance changes. Altogether, you appear to be highbred. You have the advantages of a high birth. Here, air does not mean wind. Actually, it means appearance, your body language and actions. So, Comtesse de Mascaret had a highbred air about her. She was every bit a refined woman. There are 4 words here. The first one is furious. In this context, furious means intensive, very powerful. But it also means angry in other situations. Devour means eat greedily. Remember, even though the word devour means eat greedily, when you read this word as part of the text, it achieves a different level of meaning, and we will understand that when we read it again. For so long, for a very long time, for such a long time. And no here means cause continuous stress and anxiety, but it also means a certain mode of eating. Have you noted the way in which gods eat? They are always biting and nibbling leaves. It's a persistent process. So no means cause continuous stress and anxiety here, but in other contexts it means the way in which a god eats. Turn pale means you lose the color from your face because you are so scared, you are diffident or nervous. So it is a process of losing color from your face because of fear, diffidence or nervousness. Actually, another interpretation is possible here. We will come to that later. Please note the expression pale into significance. That means you lose your importance because of someone else. Just imagine you are a powerful, you are a popular singer, and you have been in the field for a long time, but suddenly a group of new singers pops up, as a result of which you lose your importance, you pale into insignificance. Rather, in this context means to a certain extent, partially, a bit or somewhat. Rather is a widely used word, and we will examine a few examples in the next slide.